there's the movies Purge, and there's other kinds of things, and you watch these violent fucking movies, and you might cringe at some of the scenes, but generally you could watch, like, if you're watching a straight up, like, slaughter of a bunch of people, you'd fucking run away. But, like, movies and video games, totally acceptable, because you're detached from it mentally, For most people, that shit doesn't affect them. You watch it and it's entertaining, or you play the game, it's entertaining. Like, you're not legitimately going to go, like, GTA and go fucking grab a hooker somewhere, fuck her, and then throw her out of a car. Are you? You're not going to do that, are you? But, like, video games and shit like that are just, it's a clear, like, if you can play those things and not be affected by it, you're clearly, and I'll choose my words here, you're clearly a sociopath. Now let me explain. I used to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and it was, it's fun because you're a cowboy, a cowpoke. You're roaming the dusty plains, but then, there's a storyline, and you fucking go in the Old West and have to hunt and do whatever. There's plenty of things that you could do are very honorable in that game, and you could do all the missions and help people out and fucking, sit at your fucking tent, shave your beard, style your hair with fucking pomade that they used to in the fucking Old West. You could go to the old saloon and fucking, talk to the fucking locals, drive some cattle for some fucking folks. But there was a point in the game where I couldn't progress, and it's partly because I would drive my pony into fucking center of town and sit there on the edge without any fucking emotion attached. I would wait till there was a bunch of people in the fucking center of the fucking town, it was the Old West town with the fucking, the pane glass windows up and down with the big, like, the signs on the front is all wood and shit, and it was like, where you've seen the Western movies, like Young Guns and shit, where they get shot off of the fucking roof and shit. It just looked like an Old West town, and I go in there, I drive my pony on a cattle, yeah, and I fucking sit there and wait. Then I hop on my fucking horse, and I lasso somebody and just drag them until they're fucking dead. That's the funnest part of the game, is surprising people, dragging them, and they get into a gunfight, and do that over and over again. I found that the funnest fucking part of that shit was just murdering people and fucking lassoing fucking prostitutes and fucking dragging them through the mud and shit. And so that tells me, it's like, if that's my fucking intention, I understand it's a game. A lot of people are emotionally detached from it, but there's some real psychology behind that if you're okay with it. If you don't shed a tear upon dragging that prosta horror on the fucking, on the cobblestone road and the fucking muck and the mire. I like to, I don't know, because it's like a losing game when you play that. You get into a fight, the sheriff comes out, all his deputies, and then everybody comes out and they just fucking wax you. It's a losing game. But you got to keep yourself entertained in this fucking crazy world. So, there's a lot of games that are just, the identifiers of your fucking psychology. All this war games and shit. All this military shit. All this violent, fucking aggressive shit. It's the funnest fucking part of life right now. Is getting down on the fucking video games.